Hey there everybody, I'm Bob from Black Arrow Gaming, and welcome back to Age of Wonders Planetfall. We've got a lot to go over, a lot of really good feedback from you guys this week. In particular, a lot of things I've just kind of missed. So I'm going to be going into some detail here on some unit modding and stuff, some good ideas you guys had, so let's get right to it. I want to start, though, by addressing the elephant in the room, I guess, from episode 219, the battle that just went horribly, horribly wrong up here where this giant black crater is to kind of, I think, symbolize the outcome of what happened. So I screwed that battle up really bad and didn't even realize it until people in the comments talked to me about that in the comments for that episode. What I had done was I had surrounded the central hex on all but one side, which was, I think, this east side here. There were enemy units on the central hex, but there were also enemy units on the eastern hex. And I think my ally had units here and here, and then I had units on the west, southwest, and southeast, if I'm not mistaken. So, what ended up happening was, when I started the battle, I forgot that there were enemy units on this hex. For some reason, I thought those were friendly. So I took the units that were on this hex and charged them basically straight up here, because I was going to try to merge them with allied units who I thought were here. But there were not allied units there, there were enemy units there. They cut this army off because the army I had on the southwest hex, I moved them to more like the west to join up with my other armies over here. So I had planned to join these guys up with friendly armies over here, but instead, because they ran this way, and the army that was here ran this way, these guys ran into a Voidbringer stack, which I thought was an allied stack, and ended up getting a good portion of them killed. So that's what happened there, and that's also why I didn't acknowledge it, is because even after the battle took place, I didn't actually realize that it happened. I thought these guys on this eastern hex had somehow teleported out there really fast from the middle. I forgot there were actually two enemy stacks, or at least forgot where they were positioned. So that's what happened there. I'm really sorry about that. I definitely screwed that up, just was not paying close enough attention. But yes, you should never isolate units. This was pointed out to me by several different people. I think I want to give credit to Sarah Feingold, Chris Lighthawk, and Impregnable for bringing this to my attention. Yeah, never isolate an army like that from the rest of your other armies. Just that's a bad idea. So, now that we got that cleared up, I want to move on to, well, actually, in the last episode, I was talking about something else. Zerk Confused was talking about a mod. It was a suggestion from JB about there being a biochemical mod that can put units to sleep. So we've kind of come full circle on this. JB gave me some feedback on it. Chris Lighthawk gave me some feedback on it. And then I actually had to go into myself to double check everything and finally clear up what we're actually talking about here. So there is no Amazon racial bioweapon mod. I think that's actually what was originally was told to me, was that there was an Amazon racial bioweapon mod for like what you can get in the Amazon racial tree here. Like, basically I was told there is some mod on here that makes bioweapon units put other units to sleep. There is no such mod in the Amazon tree. The Amazon do have a unit that can put units to sleep with a biochemical strength chance, which is basically their healer unit, the early game healer unit that they have. But there is no such mod in there. What this actually is, Cerebral Strain is under the bioweapon tree. So if you have access to the bioweapon channel damage, similar to how I do not, so I can't use it. I've got Entropy and Arc. But if you have bioweapon listed in here, then you can get Cerebral Strain. So what Cerebral Strain does is it checks, it has a chance to cause catatonic with biochemical attacks. Now, catatonic is a Cynumbra or psionic effect, so it's a little bit of a weird mod, which kind of made it hard to dig up, but once I figured out where it made a little bit more sense. So what the mod does is you hit a unit with a biochemical attack, but then it does a Cynumbra resistance or psionic resistance strength check. And if the unit fails that strength check, it suffers a psionic-based debuff, which is catatonic, which functions somewhat similarly to sleep. I'm pretty sure it's basically very similar to sleep, except that units don't get woken up from it by taking damage. I think it's actually just a better version of sleep. We can look that up. Actually, what we should look up is just the mod itself. Now, there is something else that made this even more confusing for me. Let's just look up Cerebral Strain. This doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, and I don't know why the game does this, but if you click on Cerebral Strain unit mods here, It says its origin is specialized strain. We'll talk about that in a minute. For a second, let's click catatonic. Um, it's not letting me click catatonic, so we'll look at that in a second. But origin is specialized strains. Specialized strain says the tech is the race of the Kirko, but that's not correct. Specialized strains, I double checked this, is definitely under the bioweapon tree. I loaded up an Amazon game, and it's in my Amazon abilities, or it's not in my Amazon abilities, it's under the biochemical weapons tree abilities. So I don't know why it says race Kirko here. It says group is biochemical, but the tech should probably say bioweapons, not race Kirko. I think that might actually be a typo in the game. So I don't know. It was all very confusing. I'm sorry we went on that long tangent, but now at least you all know where it is. And just out of curiosity, I want to make sure I did just tell you guys the correct thing. But catatonic, okay, so it's not like sleep. It just makes the unit not be able to use any abilities. So still good, but the unit can still run away. So it doesn't hold them in place like sleep would. So yeah, that's that's all that hopefully sorted out now. That we went down that rabbit trail, but at least now we all know, right? So, moving on, we've got Sarah Feingold. Infantry Commander applies to light units with ground movement, not units specifically with the infantry tag. That is a great clarification, and I had it wrong when I was talking in the last episode about how I thought Infantry Commander on my leader would benefit the Paladin Protector. It does not. So if you actually look at the leader's learned abilities, you can highlight Infantry Commander in here. All light ground units in the hero's army deal plus 10% damage. It's just kind of poorly named because there's an actual infantry tab or tag in the game, which these guys have. Says infantry right there, but infantry commander does not actually apply to units with the infantry tag. It applies to some of them, but not all of them. So again, just more slight confusion in the way things are named in this game. I think that actually should probably be named something else. I'm not sure what you would call it, but light ground unit commander or something like that. It's not a catchy name, but it would make more sense. Also, from Sarah Feingold, the ability that I was looking at my leader last game, so I was highlighting the weapon here. This just tells you what the weapon itself does, but if I actually highlight Entropic Storm, you can see all the debuffs listed for it there. So I was just highlighting the wrong thing here when I was trying in episode 17 to figure out why this wasn't listing all those extra debuff effects she gets from her mods. Also from Sarah Feingold, you can use Shift to target specific air hexes, kind of like you can target specific ground hexes with Alt. This is something I didn't know at all about. I had no idea you could target a specific air hex like that, but apparently you can, and that's actually very useful information to know. I'll try to remember that for upcoming battles. From Sarah, my Warden army can clear production site in Znarl territory. I think that's a great idea, because Znarl could really use that production now that I'm trying to get snipers built there, and it's kind of low on production. So yes, I think I will send these guys down to go take care of that. It's right there, and I was sending them east to deal with the Voidbringers, but I think I've actually got time on this, because I don't know if it was Sarah or another commenter basically pointed out the Voidbringers do have trouble crossing the water, because since they're an independent stack, they never technically research the ability to embark, and also independent units generally don't split up their stacks. So like a unit could have 5 floating units in it, or 5 flying units in it, or an independent army, but if there's one guy that can't swim, the army won't split up and they'll just never cross the water. So that's actually really, really good to know. So I've got time with that. I think it would be worth sending these guys down here to get some Kirko snipers made. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing with them. Also, I can use the Amazon strategic op that makes forest to terraform volcanic. This is something Sarah also told me. Now this is interesting, and I'm going to actually test this, and I'm gonna change my research right now actually for this. So if I switch in my military tree right now, I think I'm working on regenerative bioresonance. Just want to make sure that that actually might be in the Amazon. I think, yeah, I'm working on that right now. I'm going to take a break from that and actually pick forest. Whoop, I don't want to do that. No, maybe double click on this. There we go. I want to just get forest genesis done. Because rapid reforestation transforms a target into a forest sector. it can only be launched on urban, mountain, or enemy sectors. I am not sure if this can be launched on volcanic sectors because it's not. Hang on. Sorry, it cannot be launched on urban, mountain, or enemy sectors. So this is interesting. So this sector here is technically not urban or mountain. It's just volcanic. So theoretically, it should work on this sector. But I've never seen a volcanic sector with a forest on it. So I don't know if it terraforms it to a different climate type and then puts a forest on it, or if it just adds a forest to the volcanic sector. I honestly don't know. So we're going to test that out on camera here in the next few episodes. But if I can use that to clean up places where these spawners have dropped, that would be really awesome, because I would really still like to use those for other things. From Athena Tenno, the correction on how the void spawners work and how they target hexes. So, upon further testing, I presume by Athena, and then also on my own experience, it actually seems like spawners do not, these Voidbringer spawners, when they target a hex, they don't target a hex that you already own, unless the hex that you already own was the former target site of a spawner. Or if you're currently, like I did that with this hex, I tried to annex it on the same turn that a spawner targeted it. The spawner takes priority and destroys it. You can't prevent a spawn by doing that. We've already established that here. But the interesting thing is then that now that a spawner has landed here, I think if I were to annex this sector somehow, technically it's probably it may not be safe. Now again, I have not tested this. This is kind of me and Athena both discussing this, trying to figure it out. But any sector that I own that has not been targeted or never been targeted by one of these Voidbringer spawners should actually be safe. So I don't have to worry about one dropping down right in the middle and destroying this city. Now this one is a possibility. It's possible another one could spawn down here if Athena is right about what she's saying. So a little bit of clarification on that. We'll keep an eye on it because, again, I'm not 100% certain myself, but we're kind of learning some by trial and error here as we go. Protector Incarnation mod, this is also from Athena Tenno, the next several from Athena actually. Protector Incarnation mod is a perfect fit for the Aegis tank, or Aegis tank, how do you pronounce that word? I'm actually not sure. Anyway, so my tank is here with the Amazon, and I actually do think that's a great idea. So if you look at what this actually does, if the unit's hit with an attack, it can apply energy drain. Okay, that's fine enough. But when the unit gets energy drain built up, if it gets essence charges, it can consume them with that essence barrier there at the bottom. It's a new ability which forms a barrier around the unit and all adjacent hexes, and allies within those hexes get +2 shields per essence charge. So basically, this tank makes like really brilliant cover for whatever units are around it, as long as enemy units target it and get essence charges on it. The tricky thing with this, I think, is getting units to target the tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that mod to the tank, and I thought about using the combat sensors detector to make the unit harder to hit, but that actually kind of defeats the purpose of this mod if you want the unit to take at least some hits to build up those essence charges. So what I'm going to do instead is give it +4 status resistance and damage over time immunity. So it's still easy to hit, but if it does get hit, it's not going to hurt the tank as much. So we'll go ahead and mod that unit. I've got plenty of Cosmite and money, so I don't need to worry about unit mods right now. So we'll start that guy modding. There's some other mods to come up with. There's an Entropic Infusion hero upgrade. It apparently works with all damage channels. That's this also from Athena. So that would be a good option for Artist Pierce. I looked this up, Entropic Infusion. So the unit's attacks, it doesn't specify what kind, so all attacks gain an entropy chance for repeating attack, well, entropy and electrical chance to apply entropic decay. So it's checking against two different damage channels simultaneously. I read that as effectively 2 chances to apply entropic decay, with the electrical one being higher. So that would be actually a really nice mod for Artist Pierce, but for right now, until I unlock his 4th mod slot, I think I gotta go with something else, because this pointed out later, and I will credit the person in the comments, but it's applicable right now, so I'm going to go ahead and do this right now. Artist Pierce actually should really have the stun module. He does not have that yet for some reason. So I'm going to confirm that loadout. And we may add that other one to him later, but I think I do want the stun module more. Also, great feedback from Athena. Any hero with the tactical supply charge should be a priority to have a Techno Prophet in the army. Now, I only have one Techno Prophet right now, I think. Maybe, do I have more? Let me double check that, make sure I'm right about that. Yeah, only one right now, but I probably will get more before long, because these are really nice units. But what I'm going to do is, excuse me, something in my throat. Celeste Dark Matter has this Arc Retaliation defense. I'm generally not letting units get close enough to her for this to matter, so I'm actually going to swap that out for this Tactical Supply Charge, which is also going to give her an extra shield, which is nice. We'll confirm that loadout, and then what I can do is I can use this to reset this guy's ability, Wrath of the Old Machines, which actually starts on a 3-turn cooldown. So I can use her to run over and buff him like right off the bat. The only problem with doing this is I actually kind of want her to have a to be able to build up a charge, like an essence charge with her defense mode on the first combat round, but it's not the end of the world because I can still do that with this guy and then use him to reset her attack if I need to. So I think this will still kind of work fine. And then I'll just use that to let this guy just go nuts. And then I can use Wrath of the Old Machines right from the beginning and just blast a 2-hex radius and cause a bunch of damage. So that'll be a good time. We'll hopefully be able to do that sometime within these next few episodes. From Chris Lighthawk, flying heroes with the leader don't have the stun module, so I took care of that. Chris was the one who pointed that out, that he didn't have the stun module, so now that has been taken care of. The Plague Lord has no mods at all. Great point. I don't know. I think earlier I didn't feel like I had good mod options for him, so I just didn't mod him. And then I was also low on Cosmite at the time, but now that has all changed. So I've already looked through this. I'm going to give this guy the Advanced Instinct Controller for extra morale and shields. I'm going to give him the Grounding Harness just for some stagger resistance, because right now he's, well, hang on, yeah, he's resistant, so I can make him immune with that pretty easily, which would be nice. And I think I'm probably, oh, for his third one, I'm actually not sure. I could try to do the same thing that I'm trying to do with Tank, but he's actually got other attacks I think I would rather him be using. So maybe something that gives him more accuracy would be nice, because that is something that has been kind of a weak point for this guy. Or maybe I could turn him into more of a melee fighter, get up close with that stagger resistance and try to do stuff that way. Maybe the Arc Retaliation defense wouldn't be bad for him, but I don't always use him for melee, so I don't really know what to make of that. I think all his attacks are repeating. No, that one's a full action. It just takes, but it takes all 3 to use. Lacerating Tentacles is repeating. So Nanite Injectors isn't really that great because it only leaves 1 point, so that would basically take up his entire turn. Nanite Injectors got debuffed, by the way. It used to be a lot better than that. Unfortunately, Vanguard got nerfed in a couple different ways. The way the Valkyrie works was another one of them, unfortunately. The Oath mod, I don't think there are other units in here with the Oath mods, but the Oath of Purity might be okay. Damage over time immunity and status effect resistance. I don't really feel like I can go wrong with that. What's this one do? Cannot want to be flanked. 10% harder to hit. I think I'm gonna go with Oath of Purity. That seems like a good enough one. So we'll go ahead and get him modding. May as well. Like I said, I've got the Cosmite and the money for it right now. I'm making plenty of Cosmite at the moment. Although that's going to disappear really fast once I start making some of these exemplars. Serenio, this also from Chris Lighthawk. Serenio could benefit from Civilian Engineering Guild when producing energy, and should also make sure that, so like right now, here's what I'm doing wrong, basically. Let's just go in here and look at it. So I'm producing energy in Serenio, which is converting a portion of production to energy with 25% efficiency. However, there is no reason to have this balanced if all I want to do is produce energy in this city. I should put basically everybody I can on energy production, and then probably should prioritize production as well. I guess having research income isn't bad, but I definitely should be prioritizing energy here, like this. And that would give me a whole bunch more. That being said, I'm going to leave it on default for now because I need to take a break and build the Civilian Engineering Guild, because what this does, it gives you +4 production for each colony structure built, which basically translates to +1 energy for each colony structure built. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in there, and then we can go back to producing energy afterwards. In fact, I'm going to leave it like that so it notifies me when that's done. Then we can go back to producing energy afterwards. I also might need to do... You know what? I got this upgrade too, so let's throw that in there. So that's actually not going to be producing energy for a little while, but once that's all done, we can put it back on energy production. Just needs to upgrade its production capabilities to make the most of produce energy. Remember to queue Advanced Military Engineering Guild in the capital. This is also from Chris Lighthawk. Good point. I need to do that now, or else I will probably forget. Let's go ahead and... So what I think I'm going to do with my capital is I'm going to get the... Well, for one thing, I need the heavy-duty manufacturing plant, which I have not gotten yet. Let's do Advanced Military Engineering Guild, but do that right after that. And I'm still working on this. This actually, city's got quite a bit to do. I'm also going to do... Actually, before I do that, I'm going to produce a civilian military engineering guild here. So I thought about the regular military engineering guild, but it only applies to non-elite units, and I don't plan on building any non-elite units in my capital. It's going to be pretty much all champions and all exemplars. So there's the military engineering guild. Well, yeah, and it only gives benefits for non-elite units, right? So I'm going to build the civilian engineering guild to get that +4 production for each colony structure built, and I'm actually going to do that before the Advanced Military Engineering Guild, because then that production will carry on down to everything below it in the list. I still think upgrading production sectors itself first is more important. Then once that's all done, we add the heavy-duty manufacturing plant, and once this is all done, which is going to be another 7 turns or so, I will be ready to start producing exemplars, probably one almost every turn, maybe 2 turns. I'm going to have a ton of production in this city, so I don't think it'll have any trouble producing exemplars. Plus, a lot of this is going to carry over, which is going to actually make producing, like, I'm going to have like an overflow of production to go into the first couple that I make, so that'll be pretty fun. From this, the last one from Chris Lighthawk, I only have just a couple more comments, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of this episode. The leader's main attack cannot graze, so it's just a 5% chance to miss. This I did not know. In a battle I was fighting with this leader in previous episodes, the last set of episodes, I tried to use Diviner's Threads to hit something, and I had a 95% chance to hit, but it completely missed. It didn't graze. And I thought that was really strange. Like, why would that happen? Apparently, I think one of 2 things is happening here, actually. So, Diviner's Threads, what Chris is telling me, for whatever reason, has a 95% chance to hit and a 5% chance to miss. It is not possible for this attack to graze. That's what Chris is telling me. I think another possibility, and I apologize, I should have gone back and checked the footage. I didn't even think about that until now. But Diviner's Threads technically targets 1 hex. So all hexes around it are technically not targeted by it. So I think maybe because it's an AoE, maybe I targeted 1 hex, but then it was a different unit that... Well, that would only work if I alt-targeted, though. It, like, completely missed. I'm not sure. Now I'm questioning what the footage was. What Chris is telling me is that this attack basically can't graze. It either hits or it misses. So we're going to go with that for now. It just seems very strange to me, and I'll try to keep an eye on it to see if it happens again. It just seems really strange to me that this attack, and as far as I can tell, only this attack does that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Because even other attacks, like if it's a grenade, you throw the grenade and your unit doesn't hit the 90, you hit that 5% graze chance, it still grazes the adjacent units. So this should still graze adjacent units, but it doesn't. So I don't know why. You guys tell me, I guess. From the very last comment, and then we'll get into it, just from Impregnable, friendly reminder that I have a lot of important notifications to attend to. So let's go ahead and go through all these. I did prime a new operation, and I'm gonna, well, okay, do I need Hero Resurrection Protocol? I'm almost wondering if I need to get that ready. I could get the Firestorm Missile Kill Zone ready, which could be fun. I actually think, wait, Soul Beacon Maelstrom. I kind of want that kill zone. While within colony domain every 2 turns. You know what? I actually don't think I'm going to prime any of these right now. Well, I don't know. I probably should at least get these ready. Let's go ahead and prime some of these defensive things. The protector program... Oh, wait, no. The protector program is primed and ready to go. Sorry. That's what I was doing. Is I was launching this on, like, every city in my empire. So... I think I should probably continue to do that. I think there's a bunch of Vanguard cities up here that do not have it yet. We'll probably give it to Onabur, because Onabur is actually going to be kind of an important city. And I need to go back into here and start priming that again. There we go. In fact, it's already primed. We can launch it again. And probably, maybe not Rastenburg, maybe Tronton does not have it. And then I can, again, go back into operations, protector program, start priming, so that'll be ready on the next turn. I had happiness bonuses in a couple places. That's pretty cool. We already talked about what Serenial's doing, and an energy event over here, which didn't make that big of a difference, but it's still nice to see it. And after that's done, I need to start getting this colony up to snuff in terms of what all its sectors are doing. Produce the wildlife reserve over here in Goofendel, which should have units working on it automatically. Yes, it does, so that's nice. I'm gonna get the production sector upgrade next, so let's do that. Allura Archives got the Cosmite sector that it was working on done. It already knows what to do next. It's got its production cut out for a while. This city needs orders, and I think, does it have... Yes, it does have a production sector now, so let's go ahead and do that upgrade. In fact, I don't think I could build that upgrade if it didn't have a production sector. Created a forward base there, which kind of solidifies my line of territory here. It cuts my allies' empire in half, but... that's okay. I don't think they'll mind too much. In fact, they kind of need my help right now anyway. Voidbringer spawner has landed way the heck out here, so I'm not worried about that. Sector terraformed here. It says that the sector was terraformed. Why? Is it just because I just discovered it? I don't know who terraformed that. Or maybe it's because it's got this Promethean vault landed on it. But when did that happen? I don't know. I'm not sure why it's telling me that was terraformed. I thought it was like that earlier, but it could be wrong. Okay, well, that's fine. Lots of sector terraform. Oh! It's that snowstorm thing. That's what's happening here. Okay, that's why I have so many sector terraform things going on. Yeah, it's the snowstorm thing. Ah, okay. Yeah, things are gonna get chilly over here, it appears.
Enemy operation detected.
Unknown commander counter operation successful. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. I'll just have to keep priming and doing that. I need to get defenses for enemy interference, so... I'm going to get research development 2 first, though. I do want that. But after that, I'm going to go and finish operational effectiveness, I think. Because I'm getting tired of these people constantly annoying me. Hero can level up, but I am going to save those points. Orders required. Okay, so we're back out here, ready to go kick some butt in this area. I want to annex that to Onbur as quickly as I can. But these guys are in the way, so let's deal with them first. Also, it was pointed out to me... Oh, crap, I forgot to write and give credit to where credit's due here. But basically, once I've cleared this, I need to come back and clear this. I almost missed it just because of the color scheme here. I just didn't see the purple against kind of the white and purplish bluish background of the snow and stuff. But I do need to clear that. I still want to get these guys first, though. So... although I kind of would like to wait until that guy's done modding. Actually, I think I should be fine. He's not really been carrying the army much. I think probably be okay. Probably. Low risk battle. I'm gonna say this is probably fine. I don't like fighting when a unit's modding. I should have waited and modded it after this battle, but I think I'll be okay. I've got tactical operations, I've got precognition, and I've got this psycho crazy lady with a missile bio launcher and a flying jetpack machine biosuit of death, so I think it should be okay. I'm gonna position this guy here, and actually I'm gonna leave him on Overwatch right there. And we'll go ahead and give him his overcharged ability. Move these guys up. Actually, what I'm gonna do is probably buff his accuracy too. See if anybody's dumb enough to run into him. That would be fun. Put him here on defense. Okay.
Operations ready.
All right, nobody's dumb enough to run into him, so I'll just go blow them up, and then they'll be dumb enough to run into him, maybe. I need to get them to charge somehow. Let's just pop down a quick... Where is it? The arc discharge that hits multiple units. Let's just do that to try to get them to move. I really want them to walk into his line of fire. That would be lovely. Preferably on this turn. And I also should really... Sarah was talking to me about this, Sarah Feingold. I really should be trying to condemn more units to drain. Taking advantage of that. Alright, now they've all kind of let their guard down. I'm gonna need to buff him again. I need this guy to get this dude. Actually, this is a good opportunity for you to use your melee attack. Except he's got Shield of Remorse, which kind of sucks. And apparently stagger resistance. But somebody needs to deal with him. What are the debuffs that I can cause with this guy? Electrified, parasitic infection doesn't matter. Electrified doesn't matter. What about you? What kind of debuffs? Just electrified. I should probably give these guys like a stun mod. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. Yeah, why do I not have a stun mod on them? Anyway, I think I'm gonna Curse of Fatalism this guy. Just because he's in a really bad spot. I don't like him being there. And then we're just gonna hit him with every effect that I can. In fact, I'm gonna jump away from him with the jetpack a space, so that they can shoot him and be guaranteed to electrify. And actually, now that... Wait, doesn't he have an ability that can make a unit sleep? Parasitic infection, assisted breach, electrification, subroutines. Oh, he can stun. Well, he's basically got a 100% chance to stun. So I'm gonna move him back one, so he can still do this. And we'll just stun this unit for this turn. That gives the big guns here a method of moving forward and causing a lot of damage, also eliminating the enemy's cover, so they can move up again. I'm gonna try to do that, and then it's time for her to get real aggressive. But that requires quite a bit of room to jump. And flying units currently have slow movement. That's a bit of a problem. So she needs to actually just kind of charge right now. Which is not really what I would like to have her doing, but maybe I can at least hit something with a missile. 50% chance to kill that guy. 60% chance to kill him. I'll take those odds. And they failed me. Okay, what next? I think, like I said, I really want to get more units condemned to drain, but I also don't want to lose anything here. Wait, somebody's... Okay, he's stunned. So I was actually kind of hoping it was the flying unit. That guy, they all target her. I think I'm gonna be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Condemned to Drained. Can get it on this guy here since he's probably next to go. I don't think they can kill anything here. Oh yeah, good try, pal. Alright, now she should be able to leap into the middle of everything and cause an absolute ruckus. And I am out of operation points. Crap. Okay, so I cannot condemn any more to drain, but I can at least get that guy. Pretty sure it worked on him. As for this dude here, I think we can just shoot him up.
Enemy destroyed.
And gonna have her. Well, actually, I should have had him shoot the plane out of the sky. I'm gonna have her jump in the middle of all this. There's much of a reason not to do
Enemy
that.
down.
Please take him down.
Enemy destroyed.
And I could have him target ground there and try to soften that guy up a bit. Didn't really work. But he's very electrified, so he's probably not going to be good at hitting anything. I kind of want to finish him off, and I think I might be able to with this phase ability, which is a free action, I think? It is a free action. Okay. Just gonna see where I can get with this. He might be able to just finish him from there. Nope, he missed. Epic fail. I shouldn't have actually really worried about him. He's so electrocuted, he's probably not going to hit anything. She's the only person with movement left, and I could destroy either of these things. I think I'm going to take that bearing dude out.
Enemy eliminated. Enemy annihilated.
Okay, well, he just got electrocuted to death and joined us anyway, so that works as well. I want to actually ignore that guy for a minute because I'm going to leave her here. Actually, I'm going to leave her here so he doesn't end up killing himself. I want to pile some units around this thing for healing. You guys should probably run. Aha, you missed. I'm going to do this some more. She's got her own regeneration. In fact, I can just keep doing this. And I think the dude in the middle, is he regenerating himself too? Yep. So, are they all at full health? 96, 99 out of 97. You done yet, pal? Okay, well, that's it for you.
The predicted outcome.
Oh, that's nice, having a unit with regeneration. Just being able to cheese health regen after a battle is fun. Alright, I got a drained. Finally got another one. What kind of mod do you? I got arc retaliation defense. I'm gonna go ahead and give him that empowered drained mod. Just to give him resurgence, I'm gonna give him that right now. Okay, and he can't come in there with the rest of the big army, so I'm gonna send him back to help out with my hero or possibly the warden, with my leader, or possibly the warden. Okay, what have we got here? She got some shiny new stuff. Wait, no, I already knew about Overload Power Core. I wanted Oracle's Protege, and I think that's what I was saving for, so, because I have 6. I mean, the other thing is modular extension, um, but I think I want Oracle's Protege just because I'm currently at Honorable, which is 400. I want to try to get that to 600, but anyway, I think that's 2 levels above neutral, so that's going to give her plus 10 health and plus 2 shields. That's quite a that really increases her survivability, so I'm gonna take that now. And we'll check that off. And I got this. Okay, that's the Vanguard settler. Now he is on his way down to settle probably in this area. Um, but that area needs cleared by my hero first. So I think for the time being, I'll move him. I think actually he's in a good spot for now. My hero's army kind of needs to do some more work in that area, so I'm going to leave him where he's at. It's not really safe to send him out there alone. No, 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 no. I don't want to trespass. We just don't need to. I would like to see where that teleporter goes. If I don't already know, I may have already found the other end of it. And I got this guy here, this guy's more or less waiting on, I think I was going out in the water, or I did go out in the water and got something. He actually might be handy to have come down here and get that sector back, the one the pirates took. But I had him hanging out up here because I intended to purchase this city when I could. It's 79. I guess I'll leave him there for now. I'm making 19 per turn, so I'll be there in a couple turns. So yeah, for now, he can just chill out there on that mountain. And then eventually I'll send him back down and get my aquatic sector back for Northwatch. Okay, that is a lot of stuff for one turn, but we are done. I'm going to do a really quick save here because I don't want to have to redo all that. And there we go. And turn. Should auto-save between turns anyway, but it's just peace of mind for me. Unknown commander, counter ops successful. I need to run counter ops of my own. I really need to get the spying sabotage situation under control. People are being a nuisance. Alright, more sectors terraformed. How bad is this gonna get? It's just cutting a line down all this. Fortunately, I don't think it really changes a lot of what I'm gonna do. Like, I might turn this sector into production instead of energy now, but I kind of wish it would hit these two here, to be honest, because I wouldn't mind those becoming Arctic and then giving me research and production opportunities, but that does not seem to be what they're going to do. So I actually really would like it if it hit those, because I would love to turn those both into production sectors, honestly. Oh well, I don't get to choose. I just have to adapt to it. This was still fine. This one is definitely better off as research now. So I need to change that, but I'll have to wait until, I need to remember to do that later, because I want to wait until the Advanced Military Engineering Guild stuff is all done. So I think the next order of business is to fight some Sinumbra units. Warrantville can annex. Well, we'll get to the sector annexation and stuff after I've done with this. I want to go kill whatever's in here first. Let's enter and risky battle. Okay, what do we got? We got a Herald of Oblivion to deal with. I'm at full tactical op points. So, oh crap! I forgot. I was going to change him and put that stun module on him, and I forgot again. Probably need to put it on this guy too. Why would I not have these units modded? I don't understand. You know what? I'm going to cancel this battle. We're not going to even fight this turn. I need to sort out these guys' mods. I'm being dumb. These guys have, oh right, I can't give these guys arc mods actually, because they don't by default have an arc weapons ability. But these guys, there's no reason for them not to have some better mods. I think I'm going to give them the stun module. I think I'm going to give them where's the other one? The other arc one. Arc impact module. So they can actually do something useful with their pistols. And I'm probably going to get rid of that oath mod because I'm not really using it anyway. I think I'm going to give them instead the arc extension module. Yeah, that sounds like fun. We'll just give them all a bunch of arc mods. And I'm going to say mod equivalent units because I know I've got these guys elsewhere. And hang on a second. My leader's army has one. So I'm going to actually cancel that because I think the leader's army has a battle they need to do on this turn. That being said, that's not really a battle I'm even worried about. So, in fact, let's just do this auto right now. The tank is all fixed up, so hopefully they aren't stupid and get themselves killed. Go with the auger with this floating. Very low risk battle. Should be able to auto this with no losses. Okay, I got it. Alright, so they're done. Then I can... Well, actually, I can just do this from here. Where's the... No, wait. They didn't have that dude in their army. It was the Fanatic. It was... These guys have one. Okay, and they probably aren't... Oh, they do have to do a battle on this turn. Because that's the one in Snarl, and they can actually reach it, which surprises me. This is also a risky battle, but they can also wait. Like, there's no reason for me to do this on this turn because they ended their move on this turn. They ran out of movement points. So actually, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to mod these guys. We'll give them the arc extension module, the arc... Well, not that one. No. The arc impact module, and the stun module. Mod equivalent units. Use up a bunch of Cosmite on this. Sure, why not? I just want to get them upgraded. And then out here, I'm going to buff this guy up. He doesn't need combat sensors, and he doesn't need limb augments, especially if he's got a jetpack. He's got plenty of mobility. So I'm gonna give this guy the stun module for sure, and probably the arc impact module. I think I'll leave the jetpack on him though. I don't know. It does seem to come in handy when a unit gets in his face. Now we'll give him the arc extension module too. Okay. And then I think everybody else's mods are okay. So we're going to let them do their thing this turn. Unfortunately, I wasted some movement, but I would rather have them modded up and ready to actually do a proper fight than just rushing in with unready units and losing somebody.
Production ready.
Okay, got the production done there. Then I'm going to produce the Civil Engineering Guild. Then that should run right down the list. And when that's all done, it is time to make some Paladin Exemplars, which I will set up the mod template for them when the time comes, because I'm going to be doing more research between now and then. I am going to, like I said, get operational effectiveness 4. I'm tired of having people spying on me and being a nuisance. So, Forest Genesis is done. I want to try that right away. Let's go back into what I was doing with the Amazon and get, I have to go back to the Amazon tech tree whenever I want to do this. Regenerative bioresonance. So that gives me the regenerative bioregulator mod. That is really fantastic mod. That actually would be probably a good one. Well, I don't think the regeneration would stack with what the natural regeneration this unit already gets though, so maybe that's not a good idea. Alright, so what was I doing? I just lost it. Oh yeah, the Amazon mod. So
Operations primed and ready.
if I go to here, I should have rapid reforestation. I'm going to prime that now and then launch. Now I can use that. I'm going to try to use that, let's say here. It makes it a volcanic forest sector, which at least gives it some usability. It doesn't actually it doesn't change the climate, but it does change it. It makes it slightly better at least, so. Although it still doesn't show, oh wait, hang on, I need to show economy. Yeah, so it gives it something. as opposed to, you know, like nothing, which is what this sector currently has. Although I'm planning on using this as a residential sector anyway, so putting it there doesn't help me. But yeah, that's a good test run. I mean, I was just curious how that worked, so that is how that worked. It just changes the terrain. It does not change the climate. Okay. It wouldn't, man, I wish that snowstorm would come over there and turn that into snow, but then again, it would probably mess a lot of my other stuff up too. Warrentville can annex another sector. Okay, that is great. I think Warrentville will probably get, let's see, what kind of stuff does it have? So research, it doesn't really have a lot going for it, to be honest. And I'm planning on probably giving that to Onbur, now that I think of it. So Warrentville might actually not really grow much more than it already has. I think, oh crap, Kirko just annexed this one. I wanted that one for Znaril, because I was going to make this residential and then pick that up. But I can't do that now. I could still make this residential for Znaril, which is going to remove the forest there. Or I could just make this residential for Znaril. And then I could, because Serenial is going to need another one too, as is Goofendel. So I could give this one to Serenial. I could give this one to Goofendel, and I could give this one to Znaril. I think Orentville is... Well, actually, I can transfer the sector later. So there's really no reason not to just annex this to Orentville now. I can always move sectors around. That's one thing I really like about this game, is it gives you a lot of freedom to redo things you've already done. Alright, this guy is still on his way back. We'll have him pick that up. Okay, that is currently out, so he doesn't get any boost from that for movement. But he can continue carrying on down this way. Back to these fine folks down here. I think next order of business, I did want to clear this and see what happens out there when that's done. So Augur and you guys should probably all go over that way. And the Amazon, I'm not sure about them. Because I want, so what I think it was Sarah had suggested is keeping the Amazon with the Kirko snipers when I start making the Kirko snipers, but it's still going to be a little bit before they're ready to go. So for now, I guess I'll leave the Amazon here just to back up the hero in case like a stack of Voidbringers shows up and I need the backup. The buggy here that I had going this way doesn't really need, he probably needs mods too, but I'm just not going to invest the Cosmite in him right now. I was sending him up here to sort of protect from Voidbringer incursions, but again, I don't think they can get to me, so as long as I don't cross the water. So I think I may as well honestly just have him come back down. Yeah, I'll just have him come back down. He'll probably end up being cannon fodder for the assault on this thing when it's ready. Okay, and also, I think same for you guys. You probably also fall in the cannon fodder category, unfortunately for you. That tank could benefit from, I think, the same mod the Aegis tank benefits from. But I also like some of the Devar mods that are already on this thing. Does he have stagger immunity by default? I don't think they do. What's it called? An excavator tank? I'll look it up on the... I actually kind of like the mods he has, this being more of an aggressive unit, and they're mods I can't really get myself, so... As long as he's only got Devar Excavator Tank. Stagger is immune by default. Okay, that changes things a bit. Yeah. So... that does change how I'm going to use that tank. This mod, he does not need this. I mean, it's giving him armor, which is good, and kinetic resistance against explosive attacks, which is also good. But primarily, that stagger resistance is what I'm after if I pick this mod. So I'm going to do the that same thing I did with my Aegis tank. I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. And he should still, yes, he's still stagger immune. I'm going to mod him and do Is he actually losing anything? No, that's just another tier 1 defense mod. Maybe, is there a better thing I can give him? I think that's good. I'm just gonna mod him. That's just a cheap 6 energy, so that'll make him a little bit better, I think. As long as he can get hit. Well, I guess it just meant he has to be hit for it to work, but I think that's makes him a little bit better of a unit to use to shield other units. Let's move you guys all down here. As a matter of fact, you guys may be able to start escorting this person to where he needs to go. Although I need to clear Bogadon's Crucible. You know what? That's something the Amazon can help with too. Okay, I think for now the Amazon's going to lead this army. So we'll move them here. And move, I think right there, that's good. Move the settler with them. And then I'll bring the Amazon up as soon as I can and kind of join them all together. They'll come down here, clear this, and I think that's probably where I'm going to end up putting that Vanguard city is right here in these lovely volcanic mountains of death. All right, you guys are waiting a turn. This guy up here, ooh, is that free production resources? I would like that. I don't think the Cosmite is free. Where does this go? Show destination. Well, I'm going to actually go for the production first, I think. Oh, and research up here. Somebody's not getting the pickups. Okay, so yep, sector terraformed there.
Production
Doesn't really matter
ready.
to me that much. What about you? You've got a tier 4. Yeah, you could bump up to a tier 5 research. I wouldn't mind that.
Production ready.
And production upgrade here, another one. Perfect. I also have a Paladin Protector program ready to cast, so I'll do that. I just need to figure out which cities it needs to go on, because I've already got it on most of them, and then people are taking it off of some of them. That one could use it. Serenial, or no, not Serenial. Well, Serenial could use it too. Both those kind of in the middle. Goofendel, I think Goofendel should have it. It's kind of on the edge there. Let's go back in here and do it again. Start priming. Can only do it once this turn because I used the Amazon thing. And on the next turn, I'm going to be able to get this, which is going to be kind of nice. Have another city out here on the edge of everything. Sector terraformed. Okay, and I think I'm just going to discard all those. I kind of know what to watch for there. And we'll end the turn. And then this next turn, we'll hopefully be able to get some good combat in on. See if I get attacked by anything. I'm actually not entirely certain when I started recording, so this episode might actually be getting close to the hour mark. I should really be more thoughtful of checking the time before I start, but normally I just want to hop in and play, so I don't always think. We'll go to the next turn and see what's going on. I would like to get at least one battle in this episode, but I'm also it's already later than what I was hoping it would be when I reached this point, so I think what we're gonna do is actually, I think we're gonna probably call this one here. But in the next episode, we're gonna see a lot of action because I get to finally, I'm actually gonna be clearing this structure with these guys and clearing this structure with these guys. So a lot going on in the next episode, but I think I'm gonna call it for this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I do apologize a bit for the lengthy comment section. It is only lengthy because I keep screwing up. So to be perfectly fair, it really comes back to me. But I hope that I was able to clarify a lot of things from the previous 3 episodes that may have been confusing to some people. So regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you so much, everybody. This is the first of a 3-episode set, so I'll be doing 2 more after this to follow up. And we'll have all 3 of those episodes coming up. So thank you so much for watching. You guys kind of know how this works at this point, I suppose. I will see you next time. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Tarsak, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.